just a basic wash.
Okay, did you want to do the undercarriage?
Yes, please.
Thank you. 907. There's that for you.
Thanks for your help.
Have a good day.
This car desperately needs a wash after running back and forth to Park City, and just the salt on the roads here in Utah are all over this car, and it is disgusting. But this is the promised video. I've got to tell you why I chose the Golf R after the car wash. If you are wondering why I am parked next to this old building, I don't have a great answer for you, but I thought that this would be a nice quiet area. That would be my answer for you, actually. I bought an external microphone, so hopefully this all comes out okay. It's cold. After driving the Taurus, the Infinity, and the Golf, as well as some others that I didn't review because they just were so far off from the Dad Car series that I didn't bother, I finally decided on the Golf R. There were quite a few considerations going into purchasing the Golf R. It had to be able to fit a car seat, it had to be comfortable, it had to be sporty, and it had to be reliable. So let's get on to a few of the others. Comfort, it has excellent bolster in the seats. It's very attractive inside and has great features. This is the base model. I'll admit, I bought a base model. I got a great deal on it. I'll tell you about that in a second. So the base model still includes these alloy wheels, which are the same design. There's 18 inches instead of 19 inches. And the one I found was pre-owned with 2,800 miles on it. They had already put winter tires on it, which I counted for a win. Standard features include Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. It also has rain sensing wipers, automatic headlights, automatic climate control, heated seats, touchscreen. Oh gosh, I'm trying to think of others. There might be a couple others I'm missing, but I think that's huge. For the base model car to have that many features, that was very, very attractive to me. We covered comfort, we covered the features, it fits a car seat, and reliability. I found this car to be very reliable. No, they're not. Don't okay. You lie. All right, fine. Inner me is telling me, no, it's not reliable per se. The 2.0 liter motor is a good motor, but I'm probably not going to have it outside of the factory warranty anyways. So, and the way these things retain their value, I'm probably not going to have it for that long before I find myself another car. Hopefully something bigger and better, back into the realm of GTR where I was pre-family. I haven't mentioned yet, but this thing looks great. I got it washed so it kind of stands out in the sea of cars, but watch. Look at those. I think that looks fantastic. I think we just found our thumbnail, actually. The car looks stunning. It sounds decent. I would enjoy a little bit more noise out the back. One of the very first things I had to do was tint the windows. I did that one of the very first days. And I think one of the second things I'll have to do is probably do, not a muffler, but a resonator delete. So after a resonator delete, we'll see where we go from there. But speaking of performance, actually, that was another thing that was appealing about this car to me, is how inexpensive they are to modify. I actually got a quote for just over $2,800 to be full stage 2 on this car. That's installed, parts, labor, tax, shop fees, everything. That's a shop installing stage 2, which is really only, it's an intake, a downpipe, and a tune. APR stage 2, and that'll put me at about 400 horsepower. I think that's an incredible value. I haven't seen that. I would call that unprecedented. let me talk about one of my favorites, which was how good of a deal I got on this thing. Now, I actually bought this from a dealership that had a bad reputation, and a bad reputation for getting a good deal and a bad reputation for getting a good experience. So I was more than skeptical going into it. I actually own my own consulting business, and I consult people who are buying cars. I consult people to make sure they get a good deal and a good experience. And so, but even I was a little bit nervous going into this. The first thing I saw was the ad online. And at this point, I wasn't even sure that I was going to be buying a Golf R at all. I saw the ad online and I inquired online, I believe, to see what the best price they were going to be able to offer me was, even though, to be very honest with you, it was listed for a very good deal online. It was listed for somewhere in the $32,000 range. And let me repeat, this is a 2016 that was purchased in January of 2017 with only 2,800 miles on it. And it had, I think, 7 or 8 months of actual ownership. Now, I was given a story as to why it was traded in by an older couple. Whether or not that's true, I'm not sure, but it seemed like it was in excellent shape and they were able to give me another $1,000 off the price. So I think I paid $31,000 for this car with 2,800 miles, which I thought was doing very, very well. Market value for a 2015 with 20,000 plus miles, so a year older and more miles, is still about $33,000. And so after taxes and fees, I was still below NADA retail out the door. After my tax, title, licensing, dealer documentation fee, and all was said and done, I was still, after putting $0 down, under 100% out the door. Honestly, that was very attractive to me. And I know during the review I was considering all these different things, and I'm sure I would have wound up on the Golf R, but I had to pull the trigger fast on that one, and I am so glad that I did. And I'm excited to be able to create more content for you guys with this car. Hopefully I got all the information. Thank you for watching this. Hopefully this helps you in your decision to purchase a car or not. I recommend it so far. I've already put over 1,000 miles on the car in a very short period of time, and I'm very excited to put even more miles on it. Man, I'm very excited to have a sports car back. We'll see you guys in the next one. Okay, so this is my brand new, actually it's not brand new,